If you have watched some of my videos, I talk about many different subjects that are really very simple and not to be taken for granted. There is a lot of people that do this that maybe really don't give this a thought, which I already know that these are the ones that are not going to get the millions of views on this platform. But that's okay with me. A lot of these videos, I start off with the basics of not only starting your business from scratch, but with life also. One of my simple videos turns your life around in some way for the better. I'm doing my job. Only if it's for like 5 seconds or even the rest of your life, I'm doing my job. So if you're just getting to know me, I would love to formally introduce myself. Hi, I'm Susie J. Cobwebs. This is my writing channel, and I do different aspects of starting a brand from scratch. I have restaurant and establishment reviews on here. I have writing prompts, fictional and journal writing. Though our writing sprint to a better health, they are for 5 minutes and anyone can do them. I have uplifting videos of self-care, frugal tips, just all around an upbeat channel. This is a place where positive vibes survive, and I really strive to make sure that everybody knows that they have to celebrate their loved simple wins, whether it's in your life or whether it is in your journey of getting to your dream goal. Honestly, this video is really something simple. A lot of people don't put this into consideration. And honestly, people take this for granted. Having a slow, everyday life process in a fast-paced world could mean you're really overlooking. And this is the fact of having connections with other people. This video is about having to be a good person that could help you in the future. Not to be confused with naive and gullible with things that other people tell you. I also want to place this in here with that last statement. You have the power to make your own life decisions, and you have the final say on whether you're going to believe or not believe, right or wrong, for whatever that situation is. This could be a fact of life, or this could be, how are you supposed to make surefire friends with the passion that you picked? This can work. Sometimes you just have to be a little bit creative. So for me, I'm an author. So I'm a writer. Most of the time, I'm a solo writer. And what I mean with that is, you have to write the first draft if you want somebody to read it, right? What about the connections that you would need at the vendor shows? This may add more vendor shows to your schedule. I have one more scenario for you. Is it the fact that you may need a soundboard or somebody to brainstorm with you over a chapter, the activity, or even making your next event on your YouTube channel? People think that this is a common place where you can get a lot of friends or have a lot of connections, or with other people, hoping this could lead you into more friendships, more relationships, and then everything will fall right into place. I would like to stop for a second. Stop right there! And let's take a breath. Let's step back and recalculate. What I'm meaning with this is, let's stop what we're doing, check out the different aspects around us. So we want friends. So we want confidants, a buddy, a partner, whatever you want to call them. What is it that you really want out of this said friend? So what is the meaning of friend? A friendship is a bond between people that you can connect with. This person is able to share feelings and thoughts, and this is a two-way street. A true friendship grows over time, and this is really based on mutual respect, admiration, gratitude of each other. Another bright side of having friends or friendship? Or is it the fact that it will help you prevent you or your friend to go into depression, isolation, loneliness? Having that companionship will help your sense of belonging and maybe have a purpose, in hopes this will keep you happy and reduce your stress. Now, with all that being said, not everyone that you are going to meet, you are going to be good friends with, or even acquaintances for that matter. This action is something that you will have to decide whether they are fit for your lifestyle or not. I thought of a couple good ideas that I feel that you should take into consideration when looking for a friend. My list is not in any particular order. This will be more or less like whatever's gonna fit your needs and your lifestyle at that time. This is an oldie but goodie. I remember hearing people say this when I was a little girl, and I'm not really sure if it triggered anything back then, but I was nice to everyone. And the older I got, I realized that this is really not the way that the world works. This is really something that struck me hard. Why do people not want to be nice to their potential friends or their neighbor? I guess that's just a life mystery, I guess. I always think of that golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would want done to you. I know that I am very nice to people, so I wouldn't want any harm done to me, or to anyone for that matter, regardless if I know them or not. Honestly, being nice to somebody doesn't cost anything. Having a general conversation with somebody or having small talk with someone is not going to hurt you. You may even meet a friend. Why are you so afraid to be nice? I think that might just be another video. And that's how it happens. So, number 2, listen to all sides of the story before saying something that you could possibly regret. This is the time that you really get to know someone as a person. This could be a simple fact that maybe you see different sides of the opinion, but this doesn't mean that you have to stop being friends. This is what you think about the topic that's at hand. Just because you have a different point of view doesn't mean that you need to yell, to name call, say bad words. Why don't you just talk it out and maybe see if you can come to a compromise? This idea will lead me into number 3. Maybe ask a question or two to get the sense of the problem or the issue. This is the time where you can have a conversation about the topic without yelling, without bad words, without raising your voice. This is not a yelling match. How can we fix the task at hand? What this really comes down to, you may not have the answers or the advice, but you maybe could be a soundboard for your friend that could possibly work it out themselves. What about this? If you are close to someone and you start to learn their mental or medical issues, see if there is a way that you could help them and support them. Maybe this is the time where you should be more involved in their diagnosis. Maybe this will share more information to show that you care and that you are going to stick with them no matter what, regardless of medical, financial, emotional status that your friend has. This should not be a point whether you're friends with them or not. This should be a person that you keep in touch with, even though you may or may not live in the same area or the same state. A simple text, an email, a phone call once a month will clear the extra gossip you would like to relate to your friends. Again, this will go both ways. You will give the same respect to your friend, and you are willing to share your feelings, and this could be the huge bond that will finally connect and you can be happy. And honestly, if you make this like a big deal, when you tell someone, something about what you're talking about or what the conversation is, and you start bringing out your feelings and your hopes and your dreams and all of that other stuff. This is how important you are to me, and I want to share it with everything else out in the world. There are times that you may have to confront your friend about something that is very hard to talk about. It could be about feelings, something that they said or that they did, or how they reacted about something. This is the time where you may have to make that tough call and maybe have that hard conversation. It all depends on how you want to handle this and how is your friend going to react to it also. I have a great example for this. I would love to read your input. So in the comments below, I would love to hear how you would take care of this situation. Here's the example. Just found out that your best friend is cheating on their husband. You know that this will break up a family if the word gets out. And when I'm talking about a family, I'm talking about young children. Would you have a private conversation with your best friend to see what's really going on? Or would you go to the husband? Or would you not say a thing? Would this be the time that you would say, not my circus, not my monkeys? I don't want to be involved in that drama? Can you write down in the comments below what you would do? How would you react in that situation? Friendships are complex. Look for the shades of gray. You will need to be an adult sometimes, and sometimes you have to act like an adult. Also, you are going to make mistakes. This will get messy, but this is something that you would get through. Remember, there's always a time where you have to see things through good friend status. This will show you where your true friendships are and what type of scenario should arise. There's a lot of things that you need to take into consideration before you have that rough talk with that person. Is there someone at risk of getting physically hurt? Do you really know the reason why they did what they did? Not to be confused, or not that you accepted of what they did, but you want to understand why and what they did. And there is two different ways of looking at it. Could you have that conversation with your friend to see what the reasonings were and why they let it happen? Is there something lacking in the marriage that made her find something outside of the marriage? The fact of the matter is, this is a time where you don't want to feel judged. They want to tell you their feelings on their terms to help you fix their problem. Another thought is not to take sides, but you want to hear them out. Could it be something that you could help out with while you're talking to your best friend? Maybe this in a calm voice. Could this been a conversation before this act was committed? This is also something that you would want to have a conversation with them if they're going to tell you something about their spouse. Just like in any other relationship, this is something that needs to be addressed with all parties. I know this may be hard, but this is something that you need to do to be able to breathe fresh again. This is also going to be hard on the conversations that you're going to have with your spouse or your significant other or this other person. They may react in a different way than you expected. You never know. But you have to remember one thing. You have the time to process these actions. They didn't. You were blindsiding them with this huge bombshell. You will have to give them time to regroup. I would tell my significant other what happened and why this happened. You will have to face the consequences of what's going to happen. And it may not be pretty results. Hopefully it turns out well. Regardless if this is about writing or relationship advice or just having the small talk of conversation with a person down the street, this is a great way to get connected with someone and to keep this friendship bond adhered together. I'm not going to say that you're not going to have muddy waters or there's not going to be obstacles in your way, but this will build a stronger bond if you are doing something together. If you like these videos and you want to see more of these videos, by all means, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification button so you can stay on top of all the different things that I post. And to the next time, love you bunches!